Okay, you guys, there's a term going around called reclaimology, and turns out we actually have a reclaimologist here on the show with us. This is Jamie Ray from JamieRayVintage.com. What is a reclaimologist?
Somebody who takes antique and vintage furniture and reclaims it and turns it into something that will look beautiful in their home.
And then makes a full-time job out of it, which Jamie has done. Her husband now works for her, which we love.
He works with me.
Works with you.
Works
Okay.
with team.
All right.
I love that.
When did you decide this was your passion and you wanted to make a career out of it?
When I wanted to make a career, I would say probably like 3 or 4 years ago, I started doing things for myself and my family and then consigning things at stores, and all of a sudden I was like, you know what, I really like this. It's really fun. I did mortgages for 10 years and it's great, but it's not my artistic side. I love to take things that are grungy and gross and add fabric and paint and make them beautiful.
And you're really good at it. And we're actually talking about something today. It's a term I've never heard of. It's called tufting. Have you heard of that?
No, I tried to pretend like I knew because
Tufting.
the tuft was coming out the back.
So yeah, tell us what exactly we're going to be doing
Okay,
today.
so what I'm going to show you is how to tuft with a brad. So most tufting is done with a button with a loop back, and you have to pull it through and staple it to the side, which is kind of difficult. But I have a friend, and if you contact me on my page, I can give you her information. She covers these for me. So I give her the fabric.
So it's basically the fabric, and then you just cover it.
Yeah, and if you've ever tried to cover a button, it's not easy. You have this
no.
little thing, and it pops out, and then you get it on, and it pops off. So these are great, and these are upholstery grade brads. So it's kind of like a scrapbooking brad, only a lot more durable.
Okay, so show us how to do this.
So you can see on this chair, you can see the back where it comes through. What you're going to want to do is measure out where it goes first, because once you poke that hole, that's where it's going.
Game over. Okay.
So I've already pre-poked the hole to make it easy here. And you're just going to poke it through, and then you're going to open up the back of the brad, and you're going to want to give it a little bit of pressure so that way you get a little pleat effect. Hold on, let's make it.
That is so cute.
There you go. And you can see kind of over here where it's open. That's how it looks on the back.
Okay, so is this what tufting is?
Yeah, that's what
when
tufting
you
is.
have that. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Jamie, take us back to the beginning. How did you know that chair would be perfect to redo, to refinish, to play with a little bit?
It is beautiful, for one. It actually had caning in it that was all ripped apart. And to have a chair recaned is really expensive. So I went ahead and upholstered it. And then another thing that's really important, make sure it has good bones. You never want to get in the middle of a project and you got a leg falling off, or you've got a piece you've got to repair. It takes a lot of time to do that. So make sure, shake it, sit on it, make sure it can handle the weight and handle what you're going to be doing with it.
Okay, so can you, as far as reupholstering goes, is that something you should go to get done professionally, or is that something you can do as well?
You know, it depends on your skill level. Are you crafty? Can you wield a staple gun? This is my staple gun here.
Oh.
I bought it at Harbor Freight. It's like 20 bucks and attaches to an air compressor. But you can also just get a regular staple gun, you know, just a handheld version. That works too. I suggest get something inexpensive. Rip it apart. Try to put it back together.
You looked really comfy picking that up, by the way. Like, that just fit in your hand. All right, you have other tools of the trade, Jamie.
I do. Once you staple on your fabric, you're going to need trim. I suggest wide trim, because if you make mistakes, it covers them up.
I would need the widest trim.
Fat trim. We love fat trim. I glue it on with my glue gun.
Okay.
You need little scissors to kind of cut the fabric to make sure. I just staple it on and then I trim the fabric. That way I don't have to know exactly if it's perfect.
Good tip.
So little scissors work. And then obviously you're going to want paint. Oops, that's the back side. We'll flip it around.
What kind of paint is this?
This is Fairy Chalk Mother paint. I sell it on my website. No prep.
What?
Clean your piece,
put it right
paint, and then seal it with wax or poly.
You're kidding.
Yeah,
and then of course you have to
and
have
then, yeah, you got to have a good brush.
the good brush. What did you do to this chair?
Okay, so this chair originally, I'm probably going the wrong way.
No, you're fine.
Go ahead.
This chair originally had separate cushions, but I don't sew. So I took it all apart and I put the cushions on and I just made them stationary. I tufted the front and then I added a fun fabric to the back, and you'll see this trim along here. I just stapled it all along the edge and then covered it up.
Can we turn that so you can see how the side is even different than the front of the chair?
That's why I love upholstery. You can make it unique to your style.
Okay, so I love how this is like a vintage looking distress. Did you paint this and then?
Yeah, this is painted with Fairy Chalk Mother chalky finish paint, and then just given a good distress with sandpaper.
All right, so if you're a first timer out there, you want to get started, what piece do you suggest to try out?
For painting, just a little side table. Just get a small side table, something that's not, you know, overwhelming to you. And then as far as a chair goes, something small like that. That was really, really simple. I just took it apart and covered it. Don't start with a wingback chair, because you might want to poke your eyes out.
Good tip.
You've done that? You've been there?
I've been there. It's like midnight going, why did I do this? before
What's so
company
great
comes
is
over.
on her site, she not only sells what she's already done, but has the how-to for you if you'd like to do it on your own, and all the products that you can purchase
Yeah, it's
to
all
do
on
your
there.
projects.
Yeah, one-stop shop, JamieRayVintage.com.
Okay,
I'm
that's-
actually, she's
that's
coming
it
to
right
my
there.
house. I'm going to have her come and do a piece of furniture for me.
And what piece are you thinking about?
This hutch, this big hutch that I just want a different color and redone. I actually want your touch. I want your opinion.
How many pieces are you working on at any given time?
I do about 5 to 7 pieces a week.
Okay, so if you're out there thinking it's summertime, I'm yard sailing, is that a good place to start?
It is. It's a great place. If you don't have time for actually going to yard sales, go to Facebook yard sale groups. There's Home Decor Yard Sale. There's Vintage Yard Sale Utah. They have all these great things. You can find what you want, and then you don't know if you are or are not going to find it. You just go get it.
I swear I'm finding her and I'm following her.
I
to
know.
see
I
what
just
she's
wanted
looking
to.
at.
Are you on
I know.
Instagram?
I am on Instagram at Jamie Ray Vintage.
Okay, go to our website.
Following.
We'll link you to all of Jamie's information. Thank you so much.
Thank
you.
How
Thanks,
cool can people
Jamie.
buy that?
It is. It's going to be listed today at Jamie Ray
Done.
Vintage.
Done and done.
I don't
Sold.
know, Emily, you might